This video is brought to you by
Cool green clothing coming straight up out of that DMV. You know what it is. This that Baltimore designer right here. Come on now, come and show some love and show some support. Go online right now, coolgreenclothing.com, and make your purchase. Oh yeah, by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way, and that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. One thing about life is you just never know how a day will turn out. We wake up every morning, go about our regular routine. No one ever thinks, oh, this might happen today or that, because that's living in fear. If you believe in a higher power, you leave it in their hands and hope you are covered. Once you walk out your front door, no one truly knows if they will make it back home unharmed or the same way. Meaning nothing might not happen to you, but you might see somebody else get robbed, shot, or worse, leaving you with trauma you never had before, as the world is unpredictable, and so are people. A simple altercation with somebody on a certain type time could cost you your life or your freedom. Like the term, just trying to stay out the way, meaning out of people's way and ducked off so I don't hurt nobody and trick myself off the streets or lose my life. But how can you really stay out the way unless you separate yourself from everything and everybody? It's really not possible. You got to go to work, some go to school, or even just going to get something to eat nowadays can be dangerous. People have lost their lives doing all those things, and there's no way they could have prepared for it. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll take it all the way back to 2017 to discuss a case of a cold slam of a store manager that led to a man confessing to another hit. Back in April 2017, Michael Scott was a typical working man in Baltimore. At 33 years old, he had overcame a lot, growing up in foster care and other minor trouble as most young men go through trying to find themselves. But by 33, Michael had just moved into his own place, in which he often invited a few homeboys over or family members to play cards, just politic, or eat crabs and laugh. On April 24th, 2017, it was one of them type of nights. 4 of Michael's homies came over to play cards. After cooling for a little minute, they decided to leave the house and go downtown to get a few snacks. It was on the early morning tip, about 4 a.m., when they bopped to a Subway sandwich shop on Calvert and Lombard Street. A man was also in the area of the store. After Michael and his peoples got their items, about 4:33 a.m., shots went off. BPD was called to the location to find Michael suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to a local hospital, but unfortunately, he wouldn't survive his injuries. As police talked to his friends, they stated they walked by a short man who was holding a bag, as they were the only people out there that early. The man followed them and confronted Michael. Words were exchanged and he shot, but no one knew who the shooter was. Detectives went to local businesses in the area and requested footage, but nowhere showed the actual incident. A few days later, they requested footage from a bus stop on Howard and Pratt Street. The video showed the man who fit the description Michael's friends gave BPD. The man got on the number 35 bus. A picture was released to the news, but no one knew who the man was. Months would go by as Michael's family felt the case would go cold. A few months later, a 54-year-old man named Derek Ford Sr. was a hard-working man with a big family, 12 kids and 38 grandkids, always in good spirits and there for his family. Derek was the store manager of the Dollar General and Emerson Village Shopping Center. On the night of August 8th, 2017, the shopping center was getting quiet. It was close to 10 p.m. Derek was working in the store by himself when a man entered, walking around like he was about to buy something. After a few minutes, Derek informed the man he was about to close the store. As they both walked to the front, Derek opened the door. The man proceeded to act like he was about to bop out, but put his foot in the doorway to stop it while on the phone. Seconds later, another man ran up, gun in hand, and the two pushed Derek back in the store. The first man had a blick to Derek's head and took him to every register, making him open it and taking the money out. The other man had on all black and his face covered up. Derek complied with the robbers, but the first man who entered the store still shot him, and the two fled out the back of the store. Police was called to the shopping center a little after 10 p.m. When they arrived, they found Derek suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. He was unfortunately pronounced gone on the scene. Detectives knew the store had cameras, so they got the footage. It showed a short man with a hat on enter the store, look around before making a move when Derek was about to close. Police released the picture to the news and the video. Derek's family held the vigil for the hard-working family man who lost his life for nothing. Everyone was hurt and confused, especially once they realized he kicked out all the money and the person still shot him. Other people who worked in the shopping center stated he was always in a good mood and treated people with respect. As more pictures hit the news, police got a tip of someone claiming they knew the man who first entered the store with the hat on. They stated he was a 27-year-old man named Michael Thompson. Detectives picked up Michael to interview him. While at the station, at first, he claimed he was at the store and two men walked in. He was scared, so he got down before hearing shots. But once police told him they had the video, Michael changed his whole story, stating, "Yeah, we robbed the store." When the detective asked why he shot Derek when it was clear he gave him all the money, he claimed he was going through personal hurt and going through some things and wanted somebody else to feel that pain. But Michael didn't stop there. He also told police he killed somebody at a Subway downtown. He told them he was the man whose face was on the news and stated the victim's name was Michael Scott. When asked what happened that morning, he claimed the man walked by and said something slick. He felt disrespected, so he followed them and shot Michael. But he didn't give any information on the other person that robbed the store with him. Michael was charged with 2 counts of first-degree hit, assault, gun charges, and robbery. Police found the gun used in both situations in Michael's locker at work. One of Derek's sons stated, even though it's hard, his father was a man of peace and forgiveness. So he felt his father would have wanted the family to forgive Michael. The other victim, Michael's sister, stated her brother once told her when he left this world, he wanted to be cremated so his ashes could be free. So that's what they did. At the end, Michael pleaded guilty and received life, all suspended for 60 years. Rest in peace to Derek and Michael. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to both families. Something that stood out to me, Michael said he was hurt and going through something, so he wanted others to feel that pain. Basically, hurt people hurt people. It's a lot of that going on everywhere right now. Neither one of them men knew when they walked out their houses a run-in with a person that was mad would cost them their lives. Michael was the type dude we all try to avoid, but unfortunately, there's so many people like that walking around. I myself was once like that, looking for trouble. Thankfully, I shook back. But for some people, life is as cheap as the way they feel that day. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, crazy story. Rest in peace to them, man. I send my prayers and condolences to their family. I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. This is another episode of the Baltimore Way. It's your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.